Let's take a deep breath in and let's get grounded with a clear focus on the base chakra, where we have the 4 petals facing upward, downward, and to the left and to the right. We have used this base chakra as the template, not just as a compass for navigating the way forward, but as a template for the 4 archetypes themselves. So there in your base chakra, picture it clearly in your mind, an orb of light, which is usually red in color, with 4 petals radiating outward. They may also be red in color, or they may be however they appear to you. Feel them, sense them, move into a knowing that this transmitter called your base chakra is present and operational. Feel it connecting you to the earth and feel it connecting you upward into your energetic spine, going all the way up to your crown chakra. In its spiritual intelligence, the base chakra speaks directly to the crown chakra. So get grounded, feel the 4 petals and the flow of the base chakra and its direct connectedness all the way up the energetic spine to the 1008 petaled crown chakra. You may imagine in your mind's eye that there is a blossoming lotus firmly grounded, rooted in the base chakra, connected by a long, beautiful stem of energy, and then roots going all the way into the ground. So picture that in your mind, or have a sense of that. And for today's meditation, let it be the picture of your identity. The divine flowering, the crown chakra, being firmly and well grounded in the incarnated base chakra. And all 4 archetypes firmly ensconced in the consciousness of self as a human being and as a human doing. And set a clear intention for all of the chakras to be open and receptive and aligned. And just breathe gently and let that feeling of all of your chakras between the crown and the base shifting into flow, creating a nice spiraling flow all the way downward and upward between the base and the crown. And as that energy flows, we set a clear intention for past experiences from other lives and this lifetime, for past attitudes and beliefs, circumstances and contexts, conditioning and programming to be made available from the crown chakra to the base. We set a clear intention that the information contained in the crown chakra of either soul, well-traveled or otherwise, from other lives and this life, becomes available in that spiraling energy through all of the chakras down to the base, to flow into all of the petals of the base chakra, as information, as data, as memories, as knowing to the incarnated human being and doing. And if you experience any other chakra, such as the sacral, or the solar plexus, or the heart, or the throat, or the third eye, responding or reacting, simply allow it. As the energy flows from the crown to the base, and from the base to the crown, it will activate information present in those chakras as it is pertinent to all of the experiences of victimization in this life and other lives. The nature of spiritual intelligence is that it responds to your need in the moment. And as that energy flows, we set a clear intention for it to animate cellular memory of the physical body, of every organ within the physical body. And now we just breathe. Give your body a moment to catch up with your energetic field. Give your body some rest and relaxation that it may shift into the same frequency, into the same harmony, and resonate with the information being provided by your chakras. The data, the memories, the frequencies, as they are presented by I, the soul, come into alignment and harmony with the data, the memories, and the frequencies presented by I, the human body, by the consciousness or the mind of the entire physical being. From all of the levels of consciousness, and just breathe and allow all of the information to get aligned within you. Do not shift into reasoning. Don't go looking for what that information is. We are simply harmonizing the frequencies. Just breathe and rest. And let all of the frequencies come into alignment with each other. All of the data, all of the memories. And then we set a clear intention that all of the data and the memories and the need, the frequency of evolution as it exists in our DNA, be aligned with the frequencies of I, the soul, and the frequencies of I, the body. That all of the DNA information determining genetic and spiritual heritage, genetic and spiritual continuity, and the genetic and spiritual consciousness of victimhood be aligned with the data and the memories and the frequencies presented by I, the soul, and I, the human body. You're doing very well. Just breathe and rest and allow all of this information. Just give yourself freedom. You're completely safe. Let all of the information inside of you, as all of your bodies, as all of your cells, as all of your chromosomes start to respond. If there are any shifts and changes in any of the chakras, your body's temperature, aches and pains, simply allow it. Let everything that is you, as you are present, respond in accordance with its own need. Allow it to respond intuitively, instinctively. And let all of that information spiraling down from crown to base flood into the base chakra, and let the excess of it flow down into the ground. And now that we've set up the flow, there in your mind's eye, simply allow that one moment of victimhood that comes to the fore first. That experience that impacted so greatly that you agreed that you are a victim. Let that moment of accepting victimhood, of allowing victimhood to overcome divinity, become as clear as possible there in your mind's eye, as a memory, as a knowing, as a feeling, as a series of emotions. And we may ask, how old are you? Who is the instrument of your victimhood? Who has helped you create this experience? Who has helped you manifest it? who has helped you. Accept it. And are they different people? Is the instrument of your victimhood different to the person who endorsed it, taught you to accept it? You may find that you remember details, like what you were wearing, and not what you said. You may remember how you felt, while forgetting the details of exactly what happened. Simply allow the information to flow out of you. You may even find that there is a combination, that information gets strung together from different events, different circumstances, but connected to each other by a feeling, by an emotion, even a common instrument. And while that information is flowing, are there any instances in which you refused to be a victim and were punished for it? Any instances in which you resisted victimhood and were punished for being independent, empowered, strong, capable? And are there instances in which you have shared your victimhood with others, engaged in group consciousness of victimhood? Established your belonging in a group through victimhood. Established your belonging in a community defined by victimhood. Any circumstance in which there is us and them. And as all of that flows within you, as your cellular body responds and reacts to the questions, bring your mind back, bring yourself back to that moment in which you agreed, accepted, allowed victimhood to become part of your identity. And even if you cannot pin it down to one event, one moment, one instrument or experience, let us see if we can pin it down to an age or stage in your life. And just for yourself, if you scan a series of incidents thereafter, are you able to connect the dots for how this one moment of victimhood has limited and sabotaged and depleted who you are since then? Just allow everything to be present, without judgment. This is the moment in which we simply accept it. We allow it to be what it is. All of the information of this self as a victim, from my sacred contracts and my divine union with all other souls, from my physical body experience and my cellular memory, and from my genetic and spiritual heritage as it is present in my DNA, I accept my experience of victimhood. I accept my agreement to be victimized. I accept my contract to victimhood. And I forgive myself for choosing it. I forgive myself for choosing victimhood. I forgive myself for allowing victimhood. I forgive myself for perpetuating victimhood. I forgive myself and others. I forgive myself in others. I forgive others in myself. And if you have identified an instrument of your victimhood, send that being beautiful light energy. Send them a blessing. Thank you for the experience. I forgive my victimhood as I have created it in myself and in others. I am empowered by forgiveness. I am empowered by grace. I am empowered by my caring and nurturing of self. I am open to the contract of empowerment. I am open to the agreement of being and demonstrating and doing power in the world. I embrace the light aspects of victimhood in the mass consciousness. just sitting quietly, go into the feeling, not just the words, but the feeling of forgiveness, of extending that compassion to yourself, that nurturing to yourself, and from there to all others who have suffered with you in the group consciousness, the instruments of suffering as you have experienced them, and victims as we know them in the world today. Go into the feeling of your own power to forgive, your own power to choose, your own power to resist victimization. Go into the feeling of choosing peace. I choose peace in all of my attitudes towards self and others. And just resting quietly, that all of the energy within you, all of the different frequencies shifting and changing and spiraling up and down the energetic spine, from the base chakra to the crown, and from the crown chakra to the base. Let it all flow very gradually, stabilize. Become grounded in the earth and fully connected in the heavens. There in your mind's eye, once more, see the lotus blossoming and fully grounded. And on a deep breath in, let go of all of the images, feelings, and intentions, and just rest for a moment. Just rest. Be with yourself. Then very gently bring yourself back to this moment, here and now.